schwarzer Haufen, ja, oh, und voll mit Tyrannen raufen, ja, oh, wie's voran.
Hello everyone, my name is Elite Golden and welcome back to Operation Andromeda. This is the beginning of the ninth German turn. So, a little bit of housekeeping right off the bat. Um, I made an infraction when I brought my fleet out of port, dropped off in southern Italy, and went back into port up in northern Italy. I have been informed that you can only go into port if you've naval assaulted into a port that you just took, and so it was pretty late. I'm pretty sure I knew that rule, but oh boy, I really made a mistake on that one. So what instead is going to happen is instead of the militia from Lazio coming in and the militia from uh, Rome naval invading, the Roman militia stays, so those guys will stick up there, but then these guys will come invade the, well, I suppose I should give this back to the British. It's only fair. There we go. Let's just erase this real quick. And we're going to pick up the battle after the Italian militia gets killed by the British militia. And so unfortunately for me, it was the um, or my militia that got a hit, and so the battle still rages. Um, both of us are looking for twos because southern Italy is a mountain territory, and so I'll take this light blue, and the British will take this dark blue. All right, well, that was short-lived. Okay, so that's that. Um, yeah, that'll be that. And now we're into a regularly scheduled video. Oh, I gotta take a buck off Italy real quick too, I guess. All right, so that's housekeeping. The Americans are well and truly in the war. Gonna go for some mechs. Gonna go for some factories, some air, and yeah, slim pickings, really. Germany's not been doing so hot recently. And let's do, no, we're not gonna do logistics. We're kind of finding that. We'll just do heavy armor since it's pretty darn close. So first up, the mechs. Yep, let's keep that trend going of being awful at technology. Six, ah shucks. All right, this one kind of matters actually. All right, perfect. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. Long range aircraft success. That's good. Out of any of them, I'll take that one for sure. So, all right, Germany has $54 dues, and we're spending 53 of them on two submarines, one fighter, four militia, one marine, two airborne, an infantry and artillery, and a medium armor. So, all right. All right, so it's a little bit out of order, but I just want to get Spain and Vichy France done with right now just because I don't want to forget them like I have done too many turns this game already. So no movements, or just recruitment roll. Four, I think I need a three, so that's no, oh, that's nice. That's really nice. We'll take another man. And now Vichy France. There. I think these guys are looking for it too. They're not moving anything either. No dice there. So, all right, Vichy France and Spain are done. Let's do Germany. So we are declaring war on a few countries this time, and so that's pretty fun. We're going to declare war on Yugoslavia. And with that, we are going to take two fighters to assault the torpedo boat destroyer, a tactical bomber into Western Yugo, as well as a fighter. This fighter goes here, so that's how we're splitting up our air power. Not too bad at all. So all these planes right here have either 2 or 3 movement, or only using 1 or 2 movement. Actually, everybody's here is only using 1 movement, which is pretty nice. And then this guy is also using 1 movement, so everybody's got a lot of range to go. Then we're going to have these two waltz down like so. This mechanized joins them, as well as these two, and a cavalry. Over here is going to be the rest of these guys. So hopefully we secure not Romania, sorry, Yugoslavia with those kinds of numbers. Actually, no, we're going to put this cavalry here, and then this cavalry is going to go 1, 2 to here. So that way we got a cavalry in each. America sliding in all these or these 2 units here into London saved it. I'll tip my hat. I was gonna come for it. I thought about it pretty hard, but good job, Major Foe. You're plugging all the gaps that America needs to. So instead, you may have saved the British, but you couldn't save everybody. And I'm going to declare war on Sweden. So let's count all this out. We're gonna go try and beat up their um, their navy. So 1, 2, everybody can make it pretty handily. On these 2 transports, marine each, and we'll have 1 medium armor and um, and an artillery. That's what we'll have going into, and so then all these guys are getting offloaded into here, assuming they survive. So this fighter goes 1, 2 to Gotland. This tactical bomber goes 1, 2 to Gotland, and these 2 air transports are going to go 1, 2 and drop off 2 airborne. So I've got the land units covered for both territories. Should be pretty decent. Medium bomber 1, 2, 3, and then we're just gonna carpet bomb the tar out of Norland. So I think we should be pretty all right in the naval battle. Oh yes, of course. And then my seaplane goes 1, 2 to map that coastal sub. Um, but it's already pretty decent for odds, so I would imagine that he'd want to do that anyway. And then of course we're gonna do some raiding. This guy's gonna slide over 1 and do some raiding there. And 1, 2. Actually, no, that's, well, really sucks just be sitting out in the open. But I think we can handle it. So, we're gonna have, oops, come on. 1, 2, and 1, 2. So that way I think we're only in range of just a couple of things. All right, quite a few battles. So let's get it underway. We got our rating up here first. We've got a +1 to ours. See what happens. That's a wash, which means only $1 done to that line. So we'll just do that. Then we'll pivot over here. I can do a maximum of 6 to this line. So here's the first sub. It's a tie. Unfortunately, with my +2, that's a tie. And the British are coming out of this pretty unscathed. They're finally going to have some money this turn. But that's all right. Gotta let everybody else have their fun too. um, I'm just gonna grab some dice real quick for um, Sweden. All right. So, one infantry versus two fighters and two airborne. So, I'll just here. So the airborne, this battle can happen first because there's no screening force, I guess. So here's the two threes. Nothing there, and now we'll do my fighter. There's a hit, and now we'll just skip my tactical bomber and go straight to the defending infantry. And that's a miss. Just barely a miss. Um, Now on to this. So I'll go over and make sure I've got this right, but I do believe that's 2-2 from the coastal sub and torpedo boat. And yes, 2-4 from the coastal defense. So let's try to identify all this. So I've got 2-2, 2-4. There's my one at 3. All right, so we're just going to do this little bit by little. So here are my torpedo boat destroyers first, 2-2. Nothing there. Now I've got one at 3, which will have to be assigned to the sub, and that's a miss anyway. This could be assigned to the, well, yeah, this is my destroyer now. That's a miss. This is my coastal defense ship. That's a 4, and now that's the battle cruiser. Okay, 2 hits. I imagine he won't want to submerge this guy and um, take the hit on him and then take the hit on that, considering my fleet isn't too big, but if he wants to do something else, he sure can. Um, So, all right, here's the, oh no, I can't do that. I've got to do, all right, so here's for the coastal sub because it gets target select. And then for the torpedo boat. And now for the 2-4 for the coastal defense ships. 5 and 7. Okay, so no hits on the defenders yet. That's round 1. Now we're in round 2. The seaplane can no longer do much. So I guess we'll just skip him because he can't hit anything anyway. So here's for 2. The torpedo boat destroyers, 6 and a 9. Here's the 2 4s, 9 and 9. And oh, well, okay, disregard this. I should not have rolled that. Both hit anyway, so that's unfortunate. But I said disregard it. Here's the battle cruiser now. And he fires a 7. So here are the defending 4s. There's 1 hit. I will lose a torpedo out for that, and now we're back into it. 1-2, that's a miss. 2-4, there's 1, and 1-7. That's a miss, so I just get 1 more of those. 2-4, 1 more hit. Oh boy, really making it hurt. 2-4, 1-7, 1-4 for the defenders. 2-4 for the offenders. Thank you, and 1-4 for the defenders. Ooh, that was too close. All right, so this seaplane heads back home, and my units are free and clear to step into enemy territory. So first things first, we'll do our carpet bombing. Just to make sure I've got this right, I do believe it's at a 2. Yep, strategic bomber, 3 dice at a 2. So let's see. I'm rolling 6 total dice here. Here's the first volley. 5, 6, 7. And the second volley. Dang, that's unfortunate. Now I'll have to rely on the medium bomber and Marines to really put in the work. So here's my 2 Marines, both at 2, and the medium bomber to 7. Okay, that was that was pretty close. So we got 1 hit to show for it, not too bad. And here's the 3 in response. 2 hits. Interesting. I don't think I can press the attack because I lose 2 guys. Um, So I'll take a strategic bomber and keep a marine. I think I'm allowed to do that. It's not a conventional, but I'll make it. Actually, no, that's not worth it. That's not worth it at all. Um, so, all right, that was kind of crappy. Let's see. You guys gotta fly back now, and so the marine dies, and these guys just never get off the transport, so they're still there. That means that that'll go British. Take that guy off. This guy on. He'll have a couple of guys there. Okay, so then these guys fly back. We're just gonna put them all in the big one right there. And let's finish up our attacks. We're gonna go to Yugoslavia. All right, I'll be the purple. Yugoslavia will be the green. This is for the naval battle. I've got 2 fighters. Got 1 hit. That's perfect. And the Yugoslav destroyer does not hit my fighters in return. So I really appreciate that. And I realize that I've forgotten another combat. I hope that's all right. It's just a walk-on. I was moving DAC up. Forget I have DAC. I haven't used DAC in a very long time. But I did just see the change log for version 4.2. That's out now, and apparently you can, in 4.2 at least, send back or send reinforcements, I should say. So that's pretty dang cool. All right, now let's do this mess, but let's do this mess nicely. Okay, we're gonna do this one first because this one's a little easier to do. So that'll be 6 at 1, 1 at 2, 1 at 6. 1, 2, 3. All right, here are my 6 at 1. It says it's a 1, so it's a 1. That'll be the militia. And then we'll grab one of these for a 2. And for the fighter to 6. No good. All right, now 2 at 2. 1 hit from either the militia or the cavalry, not particularly mattering. And the infantry misses, so militia is lost and an infantry is lost. All right, from the top. Oops, that's the wrong button. All right, there's my 1s. Infantry weren't quite as helpful this time. Here's a cavalry. My cavalry to 2. Nice. And my fighter at a 6. Couldn't quite finish it. Their cavalry to 2. Oh boy. And the infantry at a 4 or less. All right. All those guys die right there. And now we're down to 3. I pressed the wrong button again. 3 at a 1. Unfortunate. 1 at a 2. 1 at a 6. 6, perfect. And the last remaining infantry goes out swinging. So I think I lost 4 units to take Yugoslavia, which is pretty crazy. Now we're here. This one's going to be a little harder. I think I have a few less guys here. But no matter. So I've got 2 at a 1 for the infantry. 1 at 2. I think those are 3s also reduced to 2. Yep, mech and light armor. Yep. All right, so a bunch of 3s reduced to 2s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's grab these. And then a fighter and a tactical bomber. So we'll roll all this out so it doesn't get too messy. We'll roll it all out individually. These are my 1s. No good there. These are my twos. No good there. Here's for a 6. No good there, and for a 7. Target select. We're killing an infantry. So, this time it'll be 2 at 2 and 2 at 4. One hit. So, now we only have 1 at 1 for the infantry. Still got the 4 at 2, which is pretty nice. Nothing there though. 1 at 6. That's a hit, and 1 at 4, or sorry, 7 for the miss anyway. So that'll be a militia. We got 2 here for the militia and cavalry, and the 4 for infantry. All right, so not too bad on that round. The infantry. There's a hit. The big guys, the big land guys, no hits there. Only need one more. Come on, can the fighter do it? No. Can the tactical bomber do it? Yes. Perfect. So here's for a 2. It's a miss, and here's for a 4 for the infantry on his way out. And these Yugoslav infantry, I swear, there's something in the water over here. They are hitting like crazy on their way out. All right, everybody's going to fly to northern Italia this turn. Yes, very nice. Still kind of feeling that beefing up Italy is a solid choice. So, all right. That's that. Let's do some non-combat now. We'll rail these two guys over here. We'll do that. He'll stay. They'll stay. Put those guys there. Move a cavalry 1-2 to Switzerland. And that's pretty decent. Yeah, all right. Cool. That's pretty much all the movements that I can really come up with. So we're sitting pretty good there. I swear any turn I have to roll dice is just a rough turn. I had one solid turn rolling dice. That was thankfully against France, of course. So that's always a good one for Germany to do pretty decent on. But after that, no reprieve. So the subs, whoa, a little too far. They get built up there. We're going to, sorry, I don't like being upside down, so we're going to swap that. We're going to put 1 artillery in Romania. Hoping to have a few extras. Oh, I suppose I also get those guys, so let's take care of those in a minute. Marine up there. 2 airborne up here. Infantry in Paris. Medium armor in there as well. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 of my placements there. And make the fifth placement there. So now we get a bunch of militia. 1, 2, 3, and I don't really need it in there. So 4. All right. So we lose a bonus. That's unfortunate. But we still have our $5 from the Molotov Ribbentrop Pact, unless Unless the Soviets don't want to do that anymore, that's all right. So 47 plus 4 plus 5, so 9, so that'll be 56. 56, and I spent all but $1, I believe, so I'm gonna put myself at 57, but I'll go back and look at the footage, and if I used up all my money, then I'll drop down to 56, but I think I saved a buck. Um, all right. Bit of a disaster turn, lost a lot more than I should have. So I'll hand it off to Adolf as quickly as I possibly can so that he can get on with his turn and I can stop my turn. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you when it's Italy's turn. Um, who knows what the board will be then? Maybe maybe the Americans will do something fun after the Italians before the Germans can go. But I do know that the KMT declared war on Japan, and that was sure an interesting sight. All right, yeah. Well, everybody, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.